Good morning, everyone. Daniel Gomez Inspires here. And I'll tell you what, I'm just super excited. Just really going to do this live for everyone here in Facebook, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. Just so many great things happening right now. And I'm just excited to share it with you. I'm just returning from New York City. I mean, not from New York City, from California. And I'm San Bernardino, got back here and it just glad to be home. Always great to travel and add value to people. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing like coming back home to San Antonio, Texas, and just really enjoying your own bed for a while. So you know what? I want to pour into you right now. I was in California. I'll tell you what, it was an amazing experience. Spoke to over 1,000 entrepreneurs, business owners. It was beautiful. It was really beautiful. And what one of these amazing individuals said was, Daniel, does my voice really matter? Can I do what you do? And I'm like, you can do anything you want to do. You can do anything you want to do. Most people undervalue their voice. Most people undervalue their story. And I'll tell you that the world needs to hear your story. I really want you to hear that this morning. I really want you to hear that today is the world needs to hear your story. Why does your voice matter? Let me give you some reasons. I want you to do this. Get out your pen and paper, and I want you to understand that there's a lot of reasons why your voice matters. First of all, write this down. You're the only voice that someone may hear. What do I mean by that? One of the biggest mistakes that I did is I always wondered, right, am I really making a difference out there? Good morning, Adam. Thank you for joining us, brother. I appreciate you, man. And right, am I really making a difference out there? And the question is this. The question is, you are making a difference out there. You're the only voice that someone may hear. You're the only voice that someone may connect with. That's why your voice matters. Sometimes we think that we can be everything to everybody. And as a speaker, as a coach, as a business owner, you can't be everything to everybody because not everybody's going to just be in alignment with your values, with your beliefs. So the reason I bring this up is because the way you tell your story, the way you carry your voice out there in the marketplace, people resonate with that. People can actually hear your heart when you're speaking. People can hear your heart when they see you on stage or at an event. They can hear your heart, and they can even hear your heart on your podcast or in a book. So there's so many different ways to get your story out there. But today we're going to talk about speaking because we have our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy coming up here September, not September, well, yeah, September 8th and 9th is our next one. But next month, March 17th and 18th, we're having our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy here in San Antonio, Texas. We're bringing in keynote speaker Roger Wakefield, the world famous plumber, the world's number one famous plumber. But I'm really excited because he's going to teach us really right how to not just share your story, but to really build your build your speaking business even more. So people hear your heart when you tell your story. Write that down. People hear your heart, and they may only resonate with you. And the thing is, this is once you start sharing your story out there in the marketplace, is that it's going to bring healing to you. Because something that we don't realize as people, something that we don't realize is that in some form, some fashion, some way, we all carry hurt within ourselves. We all carry just some type of trauma, some type of pain, and we don't realize it. And it's a deeper healing. Every time we share our story to somebody out there, it brings a deeper healing to us. But this is where the magic happens. The magic happens every time you share your story. Now, the people that are hearing your story, they can resonate with that, and they think, man, I'm not the only one out there that's going through this. Because sometimes we think this, right? Sometimes we think that we're the only ones going through something. We believe that in our minds. We say, I'm the only one going through this. And the truth is, you're not the only one going through it. There's other people that have gone or they're going through what you're going through, and they can resonate with what you're saying. They can resonate with what you're saying, and it's very important. So remember that. Your story matters because you may be the only voice that somebody can resonate with. And as you tell your story is going to heal yourself, right? You're going to bring healing to your inner self, and then it's going to heal the people around you. And another reason why your story matters because there's conferences. There's organizations, there's businesses that'll pay you to monetize this. And one thing that I love is, good morning, Mark Cox. Thank you for joining us, brother. God bless you. It's amazing. If you think of the great Les Brown, right? If you think of the great Les Brown became the number one motivational speaker because he always told the story about being Mimi's little boy. That was his kind of trademark entry. Whenever you hear him speak, pay attention to that. He always brings up his mom, Mimi, right? I'm Mimi's little boy, right? Mimi's little boy. And he talks about his mom a lot in his speeches. And this is what he talks to in corporate America, in corporate corporations like AT&T, big people, big businesses that bring them in. So just understand that when you learn how to formulate, how to speak your story in a business manner, which by God's grace I've been able to combine them together, and now we just celebrated our 5th year anniversary. When I started when I started here speaking 5 years ago, everybody thought I was crazy. And even I myself thought I was crazy. I was like, what am I doing? I'm leaving a secure job. I want you to write this down right now. Secure and safe is not going to give you the future that you want. Secure, secure and safe is not going to give you the future that you want. Right now, there's many of us that are going to a 9 to 5 job, that we're tolerating a position that we don't like. We're tolerating a job that we don't like. We're tolerating a career that we don't like. We're unhappy. And many of us are doing it because we made a decision as a child, right? We're going back to our childhood, because one thing that we don't realize is this, is that the decisions that we're making right now, many of them were put in our minds subconsciously because of our parents. Think about this. There's somebody out there listening to this live broadcast right now, and you're doing what you're doing because your mom or dad probably recommended it, and you're unhappy. And you've been suppressing your emotions. You've been tolerating it now because now you're making a decent salary after being there for 10 years, but you're totally unhappy, and it's not healthy for you. So understand this. Yes. Hey, Mandy, thank you for joining us, right? Safe, secure and safe will not help you. Secure and safe will not help you. And thank you for posting that, Mandy. But I really want you to think about this. What would you do if you could really make a living with your story, formulated in a way where you allow us to show you at our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy, March 17th and 18th. Our next one's going to be September 8th and 9th, to really go out there and start building a speaking brand, a speaking business. The thing is this, is most aspiring speakers, most young speakers fail because they just want to be a speaker. And the concept that we teach you is we really teach you how to build a speaking business. And when you build a speaking business, it's a lot more than just being a speaker, because now you learn how to formulate it. You learn how to just really go out there and build a business, and really where you have revenue coming in, month out. And it's amazing. I like what, right. Amen. I quit my job 18 months ago. There you go, Mandy. Congratulations. But that's what it's about. If you're not willing to bet on yourself, how do you expect other people to bet on you? I'm saying again, if you're not willing to bet on yourself, how do you expect other people to bet on you? So this morning, wherever you're watching from, whether you're on LinkedIn, you're on YouTube, I really want to encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Thank you, Craig, for joining us here this morning, brother. You're a blessing. And just going to respond to this message. We got a message here on our comments. And I want you to understand this, right? I want you to understand this, is that in life, like Craig said, true. Think about this. What if we could go out there and start sharing your story to the world, and then people really start getting healed from your story? And then all of a sudden, all this anger that you had inside yourself, the anger starts to dissipate and leave you, because now you're releasing all those negative emotions, all those negative feelings that you've carried with you, maybe from a past divorce, maybe from a past childhood where you were upset with your parents. I'll tell you, I had a lot of anger with my dad. I was very, very angry with my dad when I was younger. My mom passed away from breast cancer when I was 10 years old. And I remember this stuff in my mind. I remember that, just the things that he would say, and not that he was a bad person, but some of the decisions that my dad made weren't good. And I had all this anger. I would go from 0 to 60, boom, just like that. From 0 to 60, just like that. And now I'm getting married. I'm a young husband to my wife, and all of a sudden I'm getting upset with people. I have an anger issue because it's all that shit that I left inside of me because I never dealt with it as a kid. I never dealt with it as a teenager. I never dealt with it as a young adult. And now I got my own home and I have an anger issue. But I noticed once I started really just sharing who I was, it released a lot of that anger. It released all that emotion that I swept under the rug. I want to ask you this. What are you sweeping under your rug that you need to get out? A way to get that out is by speaking. If you would have told me, not even just, if you would have told me 6 years ago that I was going to be speaking all over the world, that I'm going to be speaking to thousands and thousands of people in England, in Asia, here in America, in Hawaii, I would have never believed it. If God can make it happen for Daniel Gomez Inspires, God can make it happen for you. But you have to believe that there's power in your story, and we can show you that at Sticker Shock Speaking Academy. You know, one thing that I love this, right? Boom. Thank you, Mandy. I appreciate you, my friend. And, thank you, Mark Cox, my brother, for joining us. Mark Cox is going to be here at Sticker Shock March 17th and 18th. We look forward to hosting you, Mark. And then Adam Ortiz, I'll tell you what, that's my brother right there from another mother. He runs our cameras and everything. He's an amazing man. If you need some live stream, get with Adam Ortiz there on LinkedIn. He's going to definitely take care of you. But I want you to realize this. Is the moment you start speaking your truth, the moment you start sharing your story, it's going to start healing you at a deeper level, and it's going to heal the audience. There's people out there that need hope. There's people out there that need some type of help. And whether you believe it or not, your story is what's going to help them go through this. I want you to do me a favor right now. I want you to do me a favor, and let's see here. Especially if you're a coach, you need to attend Sticker Shock because it's going to help you grow your business. It really is. Give my executive project manager a call, Esther Rodriguez. That's her number right there. She's an amazing woman. Actually, Esther is a beautiful story. Esther came to Sticker Shock Speaking Academy last year. True story. She believed in Sticker Shock so much. Her life was so impacted by Sticker Shock that after a couple of months, we were just having a conversation. And Esther says, how can I support you? I said, well, we've been looking for a full-time employee to be here in San Antonio. And Esther now, because of her coming to Sticker Shock, God unlocked something on her on stage. Now she's ready to help other people share their stories. So now she's she's actually an amazing, amazing executive project manager. She's doing a great job. But that's just a great example of the power of sharing your story and getting on stage and God healing you from the inside out and unlocking your belief system. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. And we're so blessed to have Esther as part of our team and part of our just being our executive project manager. It's amazing. So if you're really considering, if you've been saying, Daniel, I've been just kind of dancing around this idea of becoming a speaker, growing my business, right? Growing my speaking business, or just starting in general, give Esther, our executive project manager, a call at 210-800-4517. She's going to take care of you. And especially if you're a coach, right? If you're a coach, you need to be at Sticker Shock. Why do you need to be there? Our coaching business has exploded because I've been speaking more and more this past 6 months. I was in Nashville. I spoke in Denver. I spoke in Hawaii. I just came back from a red carpet event in California and in Irvine. And then this past weekend, I was in San Bernardino. And I'll tell you, people connect with your heart. People can hear your heart when you speak. As a coach out there, they can hear your core values. They can hear your morals. They can hear you when you speak. And they're attracted to that. And it's speaking is one of the quickest ways to grow your coaching business. So if you're a coach out there listening to this, I highly recommend that you attend our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy. A great testimonial of this is Tony Pollard. I love Tony so much. He called me the other day, a couple of weeks ago. He was just so excited. He goes, Daniel, you're the first person I called. And I said, even before your wife? He goes, yes, Daniel, even before my wife. It made me feel good. He goes, brother, I just got 2 $5,000 paid speaking engagements. So what? He goes, yeah. I said, I just got 2 $5,000 paid speaking engagements. So in one day, he signed 2 contracts $5,000 a piece. So he earned $10,000 in one day. Imagine that. Imagine yourself earning more in a month, right? More in 1 hour than what many people earn in a month. Let me say it again. Yes, you heard me right. Tony Pollard in one day signed two contracts, one for 5,000, the other one for 5,000. He earned $10,000 in one day. Think about that. What could you do with that level of income, even if you do it as a side hustle, just beginning, adding it to what you're doing right now? As a professional speaker, and I'm talking about a paid speaker, right? This is what we teach you at Sticker Shock. We teach you how to become a paid speaker. We help many Toastmasters. If you're a Toastmaster out there and you're struggling in your business, you need to give us a call also and attend Sticker Shock Speaking Academy. What Tony Pollard was able to do is he was able to earn $10,000 in one day. As a professional speaker, you earn more in 1 hour than what many people earn in a month. Let me say it again. As a professional speaker, you earn more in 1 hour than what many people earn in a month. And that's just the truth. I want to help you. I want to see you in San Antonio, Texas, March 17th and 18th here. Our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy is going to be here at the Norris Conference Center from 9 to 4 both days. We're bringing in some amazing speakers. We just added a new member also to our team. Roger Wakefield is going to be our keynote speaker leading the way. Then we have Lori McNeil, an amazing woman. Lori speaks all over the world also. She has an amazing just way she presents, and you're going to learn from the best. You're not learning from people that are just starting off. It's one thing to speak at a networking event to 25 people. It's one thing to speak at an event where there's 100 people. But I'll tell you, just the way I experienced speaking to almost 1,500 people this past weekend, it's a different level of energy, a different level of speaking. People laughed at me, and people may laugh at you too, but who cares? People ain't laughing at me now. When I first started, I would get ridiculed, criticized, joked about, but it's okay. What God's been able to do for me these past 5 years, sharing the stage with some amazing leaders, with Pastor Marco out of San Bernardino, Mario, our zone, the number one of the top agents out of Primerica. We got John Maxwell. I've shared the stage with him. God can do the same for you. I shared the stage with Tom Billy, but I'm sharing this with you because I want to see what's possible for you. So remember this, March 17th and 18th here in San Antonio, Texas. We want to see you here. We want to help you get your story out there. And maybe you have a book you want to do, right? Well, we have our DG Publishing. We want to publish your next book. Don't be scared. Just know that with God, all things are possible. And whether you get your story out there through our book publishing, having somebody physically read your book, or someone's out there listening to you speak on stage, we want to help you with all this. There's another level in your life. You have to believe it for yourself. Just know that once you start sharing your story and you start seeing the results and the power behind that, and that you're actually able to make a living out of that and grow your coaching business, it's amazing. Just know how amazing it is. So give me a call, 210-663-5954, or give our amazing project manager a call, executive project manager, Esther Rodriguez. Give her a call. And we want to hear from you, to have you here in San Antonio, Texas, March 17th and 18th. And share this with someone maybe wants to become a speaker. And one thing I want you to understand is when you come to Sticker Shock Speaking Academy, you meet speakers from all different levels. You have aspiring speakers, you have intermediate speakers, and you have some advanced speakers. So Sticker Shock is for all different levels of speaking. I promise you, one of the biggest compliments that we got from our attendee is, Daniel, I've been to some more prominent speaking academies. I even went to the NSA conference. And he goes, Daniel, I learned more at Sticker Shock than I did elsewhere. Thank you for being you. We want to help you. We'll see you here in San Antonio, Texas, March 17th and 18th. Go to Eventbrite, get your ticket, and we want to see you at Sticker Shock. And last but not least, we're going to have our next Makings of a Millionaire Mind Bootcamp. You'll see it at the bottom, March 26th and 28th. Here in San Antonio, we're bringing in the amazing Brian Covey. And Brian Covey is going to be sharing his amazing story about how he became so successful in business. You really want to take your life to the next level? You combine Sticker Shock and the Millionaire Mind Bootcamp. I'll tell you what, Brian Covey is an amazing man, and he just helped me out last week myself. Even though I'm successful in some form or some way, I always look to people that are where I want to go even more, right? There's no finish line, like the great Ed Milet told me here a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta. There's no finish line. Stop settling and go out there. And Mark's right, right? I was laughed at for opening my school. Now they call and ask for advice. That's a great example. My brother Mark Cox. I mean, right? I was laughed at for opening my school. And for those that don't know Mark Cox he's the gentleman that gave me the courage. I love this guy so much. We just really bonded in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Think about what he's saying. I was laughed at for opening he has a karate school, a martial arts school, actually. Now they call and ask him for advice. Think about that. So don't be worried about being laughed at. Don't be intimidated about being laughed at. Like Mark just shared with us. Now they're asking for him for advice. Bet on yourself. I'm going to end with this. Safe and secure will not get you the life that you want. Safe and secure will not get you the life that you want. It's time you bet on yourself and you go out there and you start sharing your story to the world, because your story is going to heal yourself. Just to recap, it's going to heal others, and it's going to bring just a deeper just connection, because people can hear your heart when you speak and you share your story that way, and that's going to attract new business to you. This is Daniel Gomez Inspired. If someone needs to watch this live, share it on your timeline. Share this with someone. If you're watching this on replay, just put hashtag replay. But better yet, give Esther Rodriguez a call at 210-800-4517. We do have payment plans. People call us all the time. Daniel, can we work this out through a payment plan? Yes, we can, because we want to serve you and go above and beyond for you. Go out there, be amazing. And remember, Sticker Shock Speaking Academy, the world needs to hear your story. Your story matters, and we want to help you build that speaking business and become a paid professional speaker. Have an amazing day, everybody.